Roll the camera. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are featuring an interview with a very peculiar-looking gentleman.
Scene 1, take 1.
Can we start again? Sorry. Oh my god. Sorry. Kia ora, welcome to Far Down News. I'm Ben.
And I'm Maya. Today's top stories: aliens have invaded, and they're bringing cookies. A one-man band is with us, and has 20 instruments. And kidnappings in Huntly area have not yet ceased. The constable is with us. This and more tonight on Far Down News.
Sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Breaking news. Aliens have invaded in Picton, but they seem to be friendly and are bringing cookies with them. Despite their nice, friendly personality, citizens are fleeing for their lives. Traumatized, they have landed their ship in the countryside just outside of Picton, and looks nothing like the UFOs of the silver screen. It looks like one massive frying pan propelled forward by rockets on giant metal pancake-like wings. This terror from an unknown planet is cooking up a storm, sending flying fudge, cascading cookies and soaring scones whizzing throughout the neighbourhood, along with a variety of other gourmet goodies. We now go live to our reporter, Mackenzie Hammer, who was with one of the aliens' victims.
Thanks, Ben. I'm here now with Mrs. Skevenge, one of the unlikely victims of the alien named Ogfog. Panic is rising, and so is the number of tasty treats outside homes. So, Mrs. Skevenge, what does Ogfog look like?
Well, he's got one big eye in the middle of his head. He's got long green dreads that roll down his back, and he carries around a maple syrup in his belt, and he runs around purple underwear.
What terror did you suffer at the hands of this kitchen nightmare?
Well, he was threatening me quite a lot with his cutlery and all, and he let himself into my home without warning. He's such a rude little alien.
What kind of food did he cook up for you?
Well, came into my house and started cooking in my kitchen. He put boiling hot fudge down my back, and he was just being very rude and really hurt what he was doing. But I just kicked him out in the end.
How did he react?
Well, he wasn't very happy, but I karate chopped him in the back.
Thank you very much for sharing this information, Mrs. Skevenge. That's all from me. Stay tuned. Back to you, Maya. Thanks for that, Mrs. Skevenge. I really wouldn't like to be a victim of that delectable disaster. But here's another astonishing story. It's been 4 years since Joe started to play the 2 instruments at once, and he now plays on various sidewalks. Now this may sound like an ordinary busker, but he plays much more than 2 instruments now. His range includes guitar, snare drum, hi-hat, floor tom, crash cymbal, bass drum, keyboard, tuba, piccolo, alto sax, trombone, tambourine, harmonica, bass drum, double bass, violin, xylophone, maracas, triangle, and his legendary air guitar, all at the same time. You'd think he'd be absolutely rich right now, but he's still trying to pay off his debts on the instruments and his rent. We now go to our reporter, who is with Joe right now.
Thanks, Maya. I'm Courtney, and with me here today is Josephine, who likes to be called Joe. What instrument did you learn first?
I learned the triangle first, and I've still got the skills, see?
Wow. Do you see yourself as a celebrity?
Honestly, I think I could be the next Britney Spears.
If you could learn another instrument, what would it be?
I think I can picture myself playing the knee cymbals.
Why?
Because then I've got my hands free to play the triangle.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, Joe. We now cross over to Jordan Shakespeare with the sports report.
There's no words. No, there isn't. Hi, I'm Jordan Shakespeare with the sports report. Oh, now it starts. Hello, I'm John Shakespeare, and welcome to the Sports Report. Today, people have spotted that there were 8 very hunky-looking men on the surf at Hunky Dunk Beach. They were supposedly disrupting persons' activities, and 7 of them have been charged with having too many abs and not enough flab. Unfortunately, this does not go for the other one who has been charged with having too much flab and not enough abs. I've spoken with the one who has been charged with too much flab, and I quote, "I find it ridiculous that a slightly overweight man like me cannot be seen in public places. I'm disgusted that I will have to pay the fine, and you'll be hearing from me again." So that's all our hunk had to say for today. Now was a spotting of skirts and volleyball game on Sandy Crack Resort in New Jersey. The Skins team gained bonus points for each ab they had. Unfortunately, they also lost points for flab found, but they won with bonus points, thanks to abulicious Mr. Ripple, taking them to the top with bonus points of 103 abs. I'm Jordan Shakespeare, and this was the Sports Report. Back to Ben in the studio.
Thanks, Jordan. Recently, homeless people in the streets of Huntly have been disappearing one by one. Many find it a blessing, while others think that these lost citizens deserve justice. It's a part of Huntly, some say. Others think differently, much differently. Their only lead is a garbage truck disappearing down the street soon after the kidnappings happened. But a police spokesman said, "It's only a garbage truck. How could it possibly be the reason? Is this dastardly act going to be left to lie? Or will some new dirt be spilled on this mystery?" Vote on our online poll at www.fardownnews.com/polls. Is it a down and out case? Will it be dispossessed and left to lie? We now go to our reporter. I forgot who it was. Michael, who was with the police constable. Over to you, Michael.
Thanks, Ben. With me here is Constable Constipation of the Huntly Police Force. Good to have you here, Constipation. Thank you for leaving your scene and coming to join us. Where was the first disappearance you had known of?
It happened a few weeks ago. It was my mother, actually.
Are you worried what's happening as we speak right now?
Well, yes, it's a serious threat to our fame, because really, Wellington has the Beehive, Auckland has the Sky Tower, we have homeless people. But then again, I can stay out past my bedtime now that mother's gone.
Do you have any new leads on this case?
None at all whatsoever. It's quite sad, actually.
Thank you, Constable Constipation, for your time. Good luck with this case. Hold on, I'm getting something here. I've solved it. The homeless people were taken in the garbage truck to their work at a power plant. Am I right?
Oh, yes, you are.
We now go to Tiber with the weather.
Thanks, Ben, and good evening, New Zealand. Let's have a look at the weather we have tomorrow. Starting in the far north, a completely unexpected tropical storm will hit Kaitaia along with some pretty flash flooding and raindrops as big as your head. If you're going outside, bring a hat or a small shelter. Moving down in the island in Auckland, there'll be a mix of fair and unfair conditions until lunchtime, but those are the conditions and you'll just have to accept them. An anticyclone meets a tropical cyclone in the Bay of Plenty. Tune in tomorrow to see what happens. Will they fight or cancel each other out? Maybe they'll end up as friends. Wait and see. In Napier and Hastings, the weather will be occasionally changeable and occasionally not. And we really have no idea what will happen there. In Taranaki, a mild depression brings with it a very dull day with no highlights whatsoever. It will be a gloomy, overcast and miserable all morning. However, things should clear up by the evening, so don't worry. Everything will be fine. Wellington will have another capital day. There will be no wind at all, and the day conditions will be so pleasant they will actually be classed as extreme. In the top of the South Island, Kaikoura can expect to have a good day, meeting friends for lunch, going for a swim or reading the newspapers. But whatever you do, try to stay indoors as the weather will be just terrible. A real mix for Christchurch, where excessive rainfalls hit along with the summer, unreasonable sun showers, a sensible wind, moderate thunderstorms and a smattering of very angry snow, and in the lower south Dunedin will be frosty, cold and unfriendly until the morning, when the sun will pop over for a visit. Everyone likes the sun. That's all from me. Remember, if it's raining outside, that's the weather for you. Good night, New Zealand. That's all from me for now. Back to the news desk with Ben and Maya.
Thanks, Taiba.
Thanks, Taiba.
Well, that's all we have time for.
See you tomorrow. Ka kite anō. Good night, everybody.
Roll the camera. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are featuring an interview with a very peculiar-looking gentleman.
Scene 1, take 1.